Welcome back everyone, it's untapyourgo, and today we are playing Sac For Pedro. This is a deck that was submitted by a subscriber to the channel. Pedro, shout out to you, buddy. I'm sorry if this isn't quite what you might have expected, but I hope you enjoyed my iteration of the deck. Let's get right into it. So what we're trying to do is get Cauldron of Eternity into play. We are a Cauldron deck, so I haven't seen anybody play with this yet, and in this current standard, and it's probably still not good. It's never really been good, but I want to try to make it good today. What we want to do is mill our library with Mire Triton and Timeric Calls the Dead and get benefit from both of these, like Timeric producing 2/2s for sack fodder and Mire Triton being a 2/1 death touch that can block very well, as well as gain us a couple life. And then we can reanimate cards with Agadeem's Awakening and Cauldron of Eternity and hopefully play the Cauldron for super cheap. We have cards like Archfiend's Vessel, typical, we can bring it back for the 5/5 demon. We have Bloodchief's Thirst for some removal, as well as a copy of Hagra Mauling. And then we have 4 copies of Skyclave Shade because this is, I mean, I'm not a fan of this card because it can't block, but it is like the most recurable creature in Standard, so we're going to play all 4 copies. 2 copies of Village Rites. This lets us sacrifice creatures to draw some cards, so it just gets us some more resource. And then we have Nightmare Shepherd and Woe Strider. So with these in play, it's going to allow us to go really crazy with our abilities. And then that brings us to the top end where we're playing Grey Merchant. So Grey Merchant, since we're playing all mono black, figured I'd play this because it gets the devotion, drains our opponent out, and then with Nightmare Shepherd and Woe Strider both in play, you can play Grey Merchant, sacrifice Grey Merchant to the Woe Strider, and then get another copy of Grey Merchant thanks to Nightmare Shepherd. 2 copies of Massacre Wurm on the top end to be able to deal with our opponent's creatures. If they're playing small ball creatures like the Scoots Worm combo with like all the 1/1s and everything, this card is perfect. It might even just kill them with the number of creatures they have. And then whatever it doesn't kill is going to hinder enough to where we can at least attack and hopefully win the game. 2 copies of Bastion of Remembrance. This is a 3-mana enchantment that makes a 1/1 that we can sacrifice later. And also, whenever a creature we control dies, our opponent loses life and we gain a life. So with all of our creatures dying and recurring constantly, hopefully this is going to carry us and drain out our opponents. In the mana base, we're just playing 16 Swamps and 4 Castle Locthwain, and that's the deck. So if you like it, I'll leave a link down in the description below for this current iteration of the deck, as well as Pedro's original copy of the deck. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and the bell, and let's take it into some games and drain out our opponents. So we're on the play, and I think we're going to keep this hand. It seems pretty good. Okay, up against some version of Gruul. We're going to run out our Mire Triton. The life is probably going to be relevant. Okay, Coom Hellhound for our opponent. Okay, so we'll run out our Woe Strider. See if our opponent feels like... So we'll just end the turn. And if our opponent pumps the Hellhound super big, we'll just block with the Goat. But unfortunately, we cannot block the Brushfire Elemental. Evolving Wilds always has the fetch as a follow-up. So we'll block the Hellhound, sack the Goat. I don't think we need our 5th land just yet. Still have 1 more turn away from that. Massacre Wurm is a fantastic card against this deck. So we'll play our 2nd copy of Woe Strider, and we'll hold up our Mire Triton. Try to find our 5th and 6th land, and we'll just be set up for pretty good out against this deck for sure. Well, our opponent wants to fight our Woe Strider, so might as well sack. Ooh, Nightmare Shepherd. That's an even better draw. So we'll block the Hellhound. I'm kind of half tempted to just bring back the Woe Strider here. I think playing Nightmare Shepherd into double Grey Merchant, double Massacre Wurm is probably good enough to win. think we're going to play the Nightmare Shepherd. Set it up this way. Alright, Terror of the Peaks for our opponents, pretty good. So I'm going to sacrifice a goat. Try to find our 6th land. Perfect. And then we can play Massacre Wurm, wipe their board. Do not need the swamp, or the second castle. We're at exact lethal with just our creatures alone, but our Grey Merchant is enough to get us there. I'll be hovering over my cards, bro. What are you doing, Rentaro? Rentaro! Alright, another Coom Hellhound for our opponent. The cool thing about the Nightmare Shepherd token is that it keeps the CMC cost too, so it still counts for the triple pip. So just playing Grey Merchant, I think, is enough. Good game, opponent. Hey everyone, just want to take a quick sec to remind you to click that like and subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And I'm trying to get 5 likes on today's video, so let's try to reach that goal, everyone. And also, I want to give a shout out to ariesink, my sponsor, and if you like any of the shirts that I wear during my videos, feel free to check them out down at ariesink.com. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you like any shirts and wish to purchase one, you can use the code UNTAP in all capital letters to receive 10% off of your purchase. And let's get back into these games. Our opponent is on the play, up against Hallroy. And I think I can keep this. If we're going up against a slow deck, I can play the Skyclave Shade for aggression, and if we're going up against something that is aggressive, we have our Martright in for defense. Triple Woe Strider is kind of hilarious, so we're going to have plenty of sack fodder, and all we need is to find a few more cards, and this deck is set. Duress doesn't hit anything. Great for us. I'm just going to play this tapped so we don't have to pay the life later. Opponent gives us the good game, so I'll give him the smooch. I guess they got the 1 land hand. We are on the play, and our hand has a pretty nice curve, so I'm going to keep it. The green-white Urian. Well, actually, no, that would have Urian as the companion, right? Or no, probably not. Root Razor, okay. I think we'll play the Chimeric Calls of the Dead. Seems like the better play here. I'll exile the Grey Merchant. Nah, I think it's better to hold that up. Okay, opponent's getting their ramp plan. Early fell to retreat. It's very quick fell to retreat. I will exile one of them. Just because we have 2 more in our hand. This turn, I play the Hagra Mauling and get back the Skyclave Shade. And play the Archfiend's Vessel. And since my opponent is going to be growing his team pretty soon, I want to go as wide as possible, I think. Double Felidar Retreat's kind of nutty. With a Fable Passage, brutal. Brutal. If our opponent has a basic to put into play too, that would just be pretty nuts. If we can find into our Massacre Wurm, that would be very nice. We are about to scry 3 here. Bastion of Remembrance is good. We do need our land. I think I can put the Skyclave, the second Skyclave to the bottom. Yeah, this is cool. I'll take this. I'll go ahead and sack the Archfiend's Vessel now. Draw into the cards. Set up my Bastion of Remembrance. And then we can start following up with Woe Striders. Skyclave Shade can't attack. I can't block, so I might as well attack. Alright, so our opponent doesn't have a land, they're just bouncing one back to their hand. So that's cool, they're just slowing themselves down a little bit. Just can't play any crazy. Oh, geez. 3 Felidars? Dang. Dang. This isn't good. I think we kill one of them and take 6. Well, really, we're taking 4. Cauldron's nice, but we're still short a few creatures in the graveyard. If I had another land, this would be nice to be able to double a spell. We gotta find something. It's already kind of too late for the Massacre Wurm. He's gonna keep buying back his land, so he's definitely got the landfall, no problem. All 4 Felidar retreats. It would be a miracle if we won this game, guys. It would be an absolute miracle. I don't think anything even save us here. Well, try to keep fending them off as much as possible. Agadeem's Awakening would be great. Not quite. I did draw into Massacre Wurm, which I can get back. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the Woe Strider this turn, try not to die, and then I can at least double Massacre Wurm. Massacre Wurm also kills 2 of them now and leaves behind a blocker. That's good enough. No, I think I need to play the Woe Strider and try to scry into some more card advantage. I could play this as a land now. No, that's okay. Opponent's buying back his land again. So it gets to put 4 more counters on everything. Unless they choose to try to go wider. Which would be the preferred thing. If I can kill at least a few of his creatures, that might actually be enough to win the game. Fabled Passage is very scary. Now I don't think we can kill anything. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Really? Really? All we have to do is just block with everything and then just bring back the Massacre Wurm and we win. We force them to have to go. Oh, wait. Oh, man. Okay, maybe not. Well, that's pretty rough. Let's let that happen. They're also gaining back the life. That pretty much shut this game over for us. Gonna hit our opponent with the smoochies. I mean, but seriously, how do you beat 4 fellow retreats? It's hard to beat 1. Hey everyone, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. It means a lot to me. So today we went 2-1, and technically we went 1-1 since the second game doesn't really count. And I'm sorry for today's video being so short, but Pedro, again, I hope you like this take on the deck, and if you feel like giving it a try as well as anyone else who's watched, I'll leave a link down in the description again for this deck as well as Pedro's original list. Please consider trying them both. They're a lot of fun. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.